Hi, I'm Phil Kenyon, and in this video I'm going to show you a very simple drill that you can use to help you improve your speed control. Now, the challenges that we face on the golf course in terms of speed control can come from the slope that we face on any given putt. Now, not every putt is flat. We're going to have downhill putts, we're going to have uphill putts. And you know, a putt from the same distance, uphill or downhill, can play very, very different in terms of speed. Also, when we're putting across the slope, so when we've got any sort of break, we can make that putt at various speeds. So your ability to match your intention becomes very, very important. Once you've picked a line, can you hit the speed to match that line? So this drill is going to challenge you in both of those situations. So I've got a 7-foot putt and I'm across a 2% slope. This is a flat putt in a sense. It's not up or downhill, it's just putting across the slope. And what I've done with putt view is I've used the speed corridor function and I've laid down the highest line I could take at a dead weight speed, and also then the firmest line. And I'm going to hit these putts. So this is not up or down, so this is a 7-foot putt which I'll play pretty much a 7-foot putt depending on the speed that I want the ball to go in at. But I'm going to try and match my intention. My intention is the highest, softer line. Can I match that intention? Let's have a go. So now I'm going to change that intention. I'm going to try and see a firmer lower line. So I can see that lower line. Putt view is giving me that lower line, but can I match it now in terms of speed? Okay, so really good. I've been able to match my intention, which is a really important skill. So what we're going to do now is we're going to change the characteristics of the putt. It's still 7 foot, but we're actually going to go downhill, and then we're going to see how these visuals change. Right, so what we've got now is we've got a 7-foot putt, so the distance hasn't changed, but we're now downhill. So this putt is going to play very differently, not just in terms of the size of stroke required, but now we have a wider corridor. We have a lot higher line that we could potentially take if it's dead weight, and we can see this sort of lower line at a firmer speed. So the challenge is now, can I adapt to the slope, and can I also adapt to these very different intentions? So let's try that higher, softer line. Just a little bit too firm. Okay, this is a bit of a challenge going 3% downhill. Okay, so we have the firmer lower line. Putt view is giving me that visual. Can we match it for speed? There we go. So being able to match my intention. We've got obviously very different break options as we go downhill, but then practicing adapting to those is a great way to practice speed control. So now what I'm going to do, we're going to have the same 7-foot putt, but we're going to go uphill, see what that does in terms of our break options, and then we're going to try and match our intention and hold those putts. Okay, so now we've got the same 7-foot putt, but it's 3% uphill, and we've got 2% right to left. Now immediately what you can see is the corridor, the speed corridor that we have, is a lot narrower. The higher, softer line is a lot closer to the lower, firmer line. We're uphill, so this putt has to be hit a lot harder, and that as a consequence is going to narrow that corridor. But again, we still have two very different lines where we're going to step in and try and match our intention to. So I'm going to go for the higher, softer line. We've got that line, putt view is displaying that. Can I match it now in terms of my speed? Just. Okay, so the lower, firmer line. Can I match my intention? So this is a great drill because although we have the same visual 7-foot putt, I'm actually hitting this putt on 6 different lines. As soon as we change slope, downhill or uphill, and also we change our speed, we're going to have a different putt, different break and a different speed requirement. So this is a great way to practice. You're never effectively hitting the same putt twice, and you're changing your intention on every putt in terms of the speed requirement. And for me, if you can practice like this and you get good at being able to adapt to each putt, then in essence you're going to get good at speed control, and that's a fantastic skill to have. You can take that to the golf course. That's going to help you hole more putts.